Hey everybody, Stephanie here. Happy Friday to you all. I hope you're having a great day so far. And you guys know I'm going to get right into this word. And God has prepared you for something bigger than you think. A major breakthrough is taking place. Now, this word came, from God's written word, of course, and a series of dreams and visions that I had. Some of you even confirmed concerning the last video of a vision where some of us, went through a series of obstacles going up a high mountain, which showed us that we were being promoted the entire time. And so we ended up on this, top of this high mountain where many of us were being sent forth. And of course, that speaks of elevation, promotion, power, authority, rulership, where we were given and entrusted with territory, where heaven, endorses us to move forward. And so the Lord is amplifying some of your voices in this time. He is amplifying your voice. And he gave me Isaiah 55:5. Surely you shall call a nation you do not know, and nations who do not know you shall run to you because of the Lord your God. I'm going to say that one more time. Because of the Lord your God, not you, and the Holy One of Israel, for he has glorified you. He has glorified you. And so the Lord is endorsing you in this time. And as he amplifies your voice, I pray that you stay at his feet, because you're going to need discernment. You're going to need that wisdom to navigate the mountains, the people, he's entrusting you with, because it's time to build. Yes, some of you are going to build schools, hospitals, transitional housing programs, and that's where your destiny helpers come in, because the assignment is just too great. It's so much. You're going to need these helpers to come in, their expertise, to help you with the assignments. And some of you, it's going to be like a cluster of assignments, right? That the Lord is literally telling you to do. And so he's sending those helpers in this time. And so he's sending everything you need. And you guys, when these people come, please don't act like you know everything, because you don't. Okay. Humble yourself. All right. You don't have to know everything. That's why God is sending them to you. So humble yourself and remain teachable, because we don't want to run people off, thinking we know everything when we don't even have to. Okay. So we have to humble ourselves and remain teachable. But it's so much that the Lord is releasing in this time. Okay. But remember also, in the video, I mentioned we were testifying about God's plot twist. And I forgot to mention, as we were testifying and celebrating, we were celebrating on a TV talk show. Yes, we were celebrating on a very popular TV show, which represents it being made public. And so, you guys, it was so beautiful. It was such a grand affair. It was so beautiful. The balloons, the declarations, and it was just so beautiful. It was so decked out. We were just so happy and celebrating. And we was glorifying God, God's plot twist. I remember saying, God's plot twist, what the enemy meant for evil, God turned it around for our good. So he was getting all the glory. You hear me? All of it. And it was such a grand display that was made public. But some of you are like super private. You don't care about, all this stuff. You're super private. You don't even, let your family know, some things. But it was made public to glorify God. So you're not going to have to say anything. He's going to make it public. Now, this word is not for everybody in this season. So please take this word, back to the Lord in prayer. Take every word, back to the Lord in prayer. But for you, you know this word is for you. I want you to type in the comments bigger, bigger. You have been tried, you have been tested, and you passed the test. Some of you passed several tests because too much is given, much is required. There was lessons that had to be learned, even dying to ourselves. There is a making process, a molding, a building, a shaping, a maturing. And of course, we're always learning and growing. But, a lot of things that the Lord taught us, even, learning not to complain all the time, but instead, learning to speak life, learning to speak Christ in every situation. Because if we're honest, a lot of people want promotion without growth. You hear it all the time. I'm a Proverbs 31. I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. But the way you talk to your husband, you make this man feel less than a dog. You make him feel like trash. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you're a Proverbs 31. No, you were made into that. We have to be made into, even Jesus told his disciples, I will make you fishers of men. There's a making. There is a making. And if you don't honor your husband or even your relationships, you're not a Proverbs 31. And gone are the days where we wear labels of what we are not. Gone are those days. But for you, you have allowed God, to work in you. And it's a continual work, of course, right? We die daily. But there will come a day, a time in our walk with God where we decide to really walk this faith journey seriously, where our love for God, we love God with our decisions. Our love for God is truly expressed by our decisions, by our obedience. He said, I set before you life and death. Choose life so that you and your children will live. And so some people, they'll reach out with great frustration, and my heart breaks, for you. And it really does. And some will say, I did not pass this particular test. Now, there are times where God moves sovereignly, where he just performs his word, okay? God can do what he wants to do. But there are also times where he requires a test or a series of tests to be passed. And it's only passed by his grace because he is entrusting you with great responsibility. So some will, reach out, I didn't pass this particular test, but God has forgiven me. He loves me. So what's taking so long? He says he loves me. He said he's going to restore me. And yes, these things are true. He's going to do all those things because he loves you. He's forgiving. He's gracious. But at the end of the day, you still did not pass the test. So by his love and by his grace, he sends the test again. Because this test is what he requires. So look for the test and pass it this time. Ask him to help you, And this has been happening for, even in the Bible. We see Daniel passing tests. We see Joseph passing several tests. They had to pass certain tests. So promotion has taken place. There is great celebration. Even this morning, it was like a flood of dreams, of celebration and breakthrough and promises fulfilled, in the people of God's life. Some of you, I've seen your face in the dream. I'm like, wow, Lord, you are really, causing such a celebration in this time for your people. And so even this morning, dreams of celebration and breakthrough. And as I was waking up out of this dream, I see this huge, this vision of this huge decorated Christmas tree. And of course, some people are going to say, it's a pagan holiday. and all of these things, but he will use whatever he wants to use to communicate to us, okay? And what he is communicating in this time is celebration and breakthrough and recompense for his people. This is a time of manifestation. This is a time of answered prayer. This is a time to build. This is the time. And of course, we've probably all heard, Christmas in July. But these summer months were so highlighted, you guys. Now, these are still, praying times, of course, the Lord showed me a radioactive weapon. And I know sometimes some things sound crazy, but some people will later on, reach out to you. Government officials, high ranking military people will reach out to you and say, woman of God, what the Lord showed you is true. So these are still praying times, okay? These are still praying times. But it was like the people of God was safe. We were secure. It was Goshen for us. It was a celebration. While the world, it looked like it, this is how it looked, you guys. Like the world was mourning, but the people of God was celebrating. That's how it looked. This God is not, God is doing everything he said he would do in your life. So be encouraged, you guys. God is doing everything he said that he would do. He is faithful to perform his word. So stay in expectation, stay at his feet. He is releasing so much revelation, so much wisdom. He's revealing even your helpers, your board of directors. So he's leading and directing you to the right people. Of course, you take everybody back to the Lord in prayer, but the Lord is so strategic, where some of you are going to have to make very quick decisions, and he's showing you before you even meet them. Some of you will have celebrity clients, and the Lord is already showing you what venture you're going to help them with. The Lord is releasing strategy, plans to you. Not just for you, but for the people that you are called to serve. So stay at his feet. The Lord is surely performing in this time. This is a time of manifestation. So please like, share, subscribe. You guys, I love you. Until next time. Bye.